Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. In Psalm 137, we have a situation in which the exiles from Jerusalem were in Babylon, and they're lamenting the fact that they are no longer in the homeland and no longer able to visit Zion or Jerusalem. And it's made worse by the fact that the Babylonians are requiring them to sing the songs of Zion. And it starts out, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down and wept when we remembered Zion. So they're by the rivers of Babylon, which means they're in exile, and they're remembering Zion. And this is causing them to sit down and just weep. Maybe there's been times that we have felt this way as well, where maybe we were far away from either God's house, that is, maybe we weren't able to be with God's people because of physical ailment. I think this happened quite frequently with COVID, but a situation where we're not able to contact and be near the people who are worshiping the Lord. Maybe even today, as people are worshiping the Lord, maybe some of us aren't able to join the worship with fellow believers. And so you might feel a bit spiritually exiled because of that. Or maybe because of a lack of worship in our lives, we ourselves put ourselves in a state of exile because we cease worshiping the Lord personally. Maybe because of hardship or difficulty in our lives, maybe because of some sin in our lives, or some emotional problem, or some type of trauma we endure. But whatever it is, it distracts us and keeps us from worshiping the Lord. And so we slowly drift into spiritual exile because of the fact that we're not drawing near to the Lord like we used to. And we're in exile in the sense that we are no longer walking with the awareness of God's presence with us each and every day, and drawing near to the Lord in communion and fellowship with God. And our hearts and our minds have drifted far from Him to the extent that it feels as though we're in exile. We feel very far away from the Lord. And so maybe we can relate to this particular situation. Maybe we are, quote unquote, by the rivers of Babylon. And then something happens and we remember Zion. That is, we remember our spiritual heritage. We remember what it was like when we used to walk in fellowship with the Lord, when we were able to worship with other believers, if that's the reason we feel that we're in exile, or just the times that we just enjoyed and had the joy and the bliss and the peace of walking with the Lord. And when we remember that, it causes us to sit down and weep, because we realize how far we are away from that and how much we miss it. And then it says in verse 2, upon the willows in the midst of it, we hung our harps. That is, we can't sing anymore. We have no heart to sing the songs of Zion. We hung up our harps. We're done with that. And maybe in our own situation, maybe we hang up our harps when we are in spiritual exile. We just don't have it within us, we don't think, to be able to worship the Lord as we used to. It says, for there our captives demanded of us songs, and our tormentors mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. But how can we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? It just doesn't feel right. How can we sing the Lord's song? And maybe we feel that way sometimes too. We don't feel like worshiping because we are so far from the Lord. So how can I worship the Lord when I feel so disconnected from the Lord because I've drifted so far away? It says, if I forget you, O Jerusalem, may my right hand forget her skill. May my tongue cling to the roof of my mouth. If I do not remember you, if I do not exalt Jerusalem above my chief joy. Here, the exiles are seeing the importance of remembering Jerusalem. But it seems as though they're not doing what would help them to remember Jerusalem, and that is to sing the songs of Zion. Maybe they're afraid that if they sing the songs of Zion in a foreign land, that maybe those songs will lose their richness and their connection to Jerusalem. And maybe they're afraid that as they sing those songs in Babylon, that they'll forget Jerusalem. But I would say, and I would think, that singing the songs of Zion would actually help them remember Jerusalem. And so they should have all the more asserted themselves and been intentional about singing the songs of Zion and continuing the worship of the Lord, even though they're in exile. And that's what we should do as well. When we feel like we're disconnected from the Lord, we're in exile, maybe physically or spiritually, it shouldn't be that we think, well, because I'm so far from the Lord, why would I even bother worshiping? How can I sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? Uh, that's when we should all the more begin to worship the Lord again, drawing close to him in worship and praise, whether it's in a song or whether it's in a prayer. Just worshiping the Lord continually would help us to get out of exile, perhaps, at least mentally and spiritually, to get out of exile, to get back connected to the Lord, back fellowshipping with the Lord, back in communion with the Lord, enjoying the peace and the comfort and the strength of the Lord. Um, Sometimes when we feel the least like worshiping is the times when we need to worship the most. And so maybe we need to pick up our harps and begin to sing the songs of Zion again, even though we don't feel it, even though we might be far from the Lord, we might feel cold spiritually. We pick up our harps, we begin to sing, and perhaps that flame will spark up again, and the warmth of our hearts will uh, burst forth in a way in which we can draw close to the Lord and maybe get back to Jerusalem in a spiritual sense, and get back to nearness and closeness to the Lord. So that's our encouragement today. If we feel spiritually exiled, let's pick up our harps, sing to the Lord, and draw our hearts back to the Lord. And again, it might be that we might be able to get out of this exile and begin to live in his presence once again. So with that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.